Alright guys, now the Nuggets' next game. First loss for the new-look Nuggets. Nuggets lost 107-106 to division rival Portland Trailblazers. Fell to 34-26 with this loss and 10-19 on the road. Tough loss. Game we should have won. We gave Portland every opportunity to win this game and to get back in this game. Defense fell apart there in the fourth quarter. Hurt us, but a lot of positives to take out of this game as well. People got to remember we're a young team now with the trades, with the Carmelo trade and getting the guys we got back or returned from that trade. We're very young now, and this was the second game together that we had with our new guys, and to go into the Rose Garden, go into Portland on the road in one of the toughest arenas to play in, one of the loudest arenas to play in, and compete with the team and almost win the game in a game you should have won, that against a team that, regardless if they were shorthanded or not, all I've heard after this trade is how Portland's better than us. That says something, and this is going to be a learning experience for our guys. And there was no Kmart in this game. If Kenny Martin plays in this game, I'm almost assured we would have beat Portland. But just the simple fact that we competed with Portland and we were beating them and should have beat them in the Rose Garden says a lot about a new team in only their second game playing with one another, and a young team. So those are positives to take out, but it still hurts to lose to a division rival like Portland in a game that you probably should have won. Nuggets had a pretty good game shooting the ball. We're 42% from the field, 29% from the three-point line, 80% from the free throw line. The 29% from the three-point line hurt us, but 42% from the field, that's okay. And I like the 80% from the free throw line. Trailblazers were pretty consistent all night. They had a solid shooting night as well. We're 43% from the field. But the thing that really killed us and helped Portland was they were 43% from the three-point line, hit some big threes. Brandon Roy obviously hit that. In my opinion, it was a clutch shot, but in my opinion, it was a lucky three-point shot on Raymond Felton. Felton played great defense on him and hit a tough shot to tie the game, which made which forced the game to go to OT. But they were consistent shooting the ball all night. You got to give Portland credit in that aspect. We did some good things though in this game. Outscored Portland 33-16 in that third quarter. Had a tough first half. We're down by 10 on the road. Going into the second half, you want to see how your new team and a young team responds. And we responded great. I thought we played with a ton of effort and energy in that third quarter. Wilson Chandler and Gallinari went off in the third quarter. Aflalo had some good shots in the fourth quarter. We got out on the break in the third quarter, I should say, and did a great job of, like I said, sharing the ball with one another in the third quarter. And it was just a big quarter for us, outscoring Portland 33-16 in the quarter. And to respond like we did, coming out of a tough first half where you're down by 10 on the road, like I mentioned before, in a hostile environment. You're a young team, only second game playing with one another. That just showed a lot of heart and played with a lot of effort and energy, and I thought our defense was very good in the third quarter. Wish that effort and commitment defensively would have been there for the fourth quarter. I think we would have won this game pretty easily if it was, and if it would have had been. But I just love what I saw the team in the third quarter responding after a tough first half, and seeing what I saw out of guys like Gallinari, Chandler, and Aflalo. They all played really well, and J.R. Smith had a couple good moments in the third quarter as well. Had 21 assists, once again sharing the ball, playing team basketball offensively. You gotta love that. We had 15 fast break points. Like I said, this is a new team. We're gonna get up and down the court. We're gonna try to outrun teams and try to beat them with our defense as well. And I thought we did that. 15 fast break points. As of late, this team is averaging about 15, 16 fast break points a game. And I thought we did a great job of getting out in transition. And had only 9 turnovers. I thought we took care of the ball pretty well in this game. So that was good to see. However, there was some bad things in this game. Obviously, the fourth quarter defense, that hurt us. We were outscored 32-25 in the fourth quarter by Portland. If you just play a little bit of defense in the fourth quarter and stay committed defensively like we did in the third quarter, we would have won this game, and Portland wouldn't have scored 32 in that fourth quarter. That really hurt us. Obviously, Gallinari missed a free throw that would have sealed us, sealed the game for us. But that's whatever. The defense should have been better, and if the defense would have been better and would have been as good as it was in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, Gallinari wouldn't have to hit a free throw to seal the game for us. So that was tough to see. Portland had 51 rebounds, even though we had 47. You'd like to hold the team under 50 rebounds. I thought Portland did a great job of rebounding the ball in this game. And we allowed 50 points in the paint. Once again, interior defense wasn't great. Too many easy points you're allowing to Portland. They're not the greatest shooting team in the world, even though they got some perimeter threats like Roy, Batum, Fernandez, Wesley Matthews. But they want to get the ball in the paint, get it to Aldridge, and get easy buckets. And they did that quite a bit in this game, and that hurt us. So fourth quarter defense and I think, like I said, that, allowing 50 points in the paint really kind of cost us the game here. Gallinari led the way for us. This is the best game I've ever seen him play. I'm sure Knicks fans have seen better games out of him. I know his career high is 31, and a game earlier this year when he was on the Knicks playing against us, I remember he dropped 28 against us. But this was the best game I've personally seen out of Danilo Gallinari, because I haven't seen a ton of the guy. I thought he played well in this game, and I really like Gallinari. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on him. There's people that say he's a pretty solid defender. He can pass, he can shoot, he's a great scorer, has a ton of potential. And then I hear other people, say he doesn't play, defense at all. He's soft. He's an overrated shooter. He's not gonna, his potential's not that great. But I tell you what, I already like the guy. He's my second favorite player on the Nuggets, behind Aaron Aflalo. And I love what I saw in this game. Had 30 points, 9 rebounds, was 7 of 14 from the field, 1 of 5 from the three-point line, but 15 of 17 from the free throw line. He did a great job of attacking all night. He had 2 or 3 plays where he took the ball coast to coast. And remember, this guy's 6'10". He's taking the ball coast to coast, just showed great ball handling skills. Had a great bounce pass to Al Harrington for easy dunk on the fast break in transition, which was nice. Had 9 rebounds. I like seeing that. Played with a ton of energy in this game, which is what I really love about Danilo Gallinari. And had 30 points. Like I said, he missed a free throw that would have gave us a 4-point lead, and Brandon Roy's 3 wouldn't have meant to nothing. But the guy was 15 to 17 from the free throw all night. So I'm not going to hold that against him. Like I said, our defense should have been better. He should have never had to be put in that position. I did a great job rebounding, like I mentioned. Was only 1 of 5 from the three-point line. Would like to see him shoot better from there. But he had a game. I think it was a game tying or a game-winning 3 in OT that went in and out. I mean, just bad luck for him. I thought it was a good shot. Should have went in, just got unlucky. Didn't get the right bounce, if you will, on the rim. Rim wasn't being kind to Gallinari on that shot, but I thought he was great all night. The best play I saw from him all night was like I said, he mentioned he had 2 or 3 buckets like in transition, but he grabbed the rebound, showed great effort and energy. I think he made 1 pass, got the ball back, and literally basically took the ball coast to coast, went up with his right hand, switched it up to his left hand, and it was awesome, and put it in traffic. And I thought he did a great job of getting to the free throw line. Had 1 shot under duress where he fell down, hit an N1, tough shot. I mean, he was great all night, and you got to give credit to Gallinari. I loved what I saw out of him. Wilson Chandler had another stellar game, 20 points for him, 6 rebounds. Like I said, his average is about 16 and 5, so he was a little up there with the 20 points and 5 rebounds. I was 8 of 16 from the field, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. Hit some tough shots. Kind of struggled a little bit, early on, but I thought he had a great third quarter, and even hit some big shots in the fourth quarter. Hit a really tough 3-point shot. I think it was in the fourth quarter. That looked like we sealed the game with the shot. Did a great job on the glass. I thought his defense individually was sound. I thought he also played with a ton of effort in this game and shot the ball extremely well. Had a lot of buckets in transition. Hit a tough floater in the game where the ball bounced off the front of the rim and in. He was just on fire in the third quarter. Hit a lot of tough shots. And like I said, hit a really tough 3, which, a really tough shot, and it was good to see him hit that. And it looked like we had sealed the win when he hit that shot, but it was unfortunate that we kind of faded away there with our defense in the fourth quarter. And Aflalo had a great game, 19.6 boards for him, was 8 of 17 from the field, 2 of 7 from the three-point line. Hit some clutch shots. I mean, Aflalo really stepped up big in this game. I thought he played with, I mean, those 3 guys, the thing that they all played with throughout this game was with effort and energy, and I give the utmost credit to Aaron Aflalo, Wilson Chandler, and Danilo Gallinari for that. I really love seeing that, and I know Aaron Aflalo is going to bring it every game because we've seen him for 2 years now. The guy is one of the hardest working guys in the NBA, so underrated. Regardless of that, like I said, he had some big clutch shots. He had a real tough contested about 15 to 18 foot jump shot in the fourth quarter that extended our lead. Hit some big shots in OT. Blazers, they played great team basketball. I give them credit as well. That they made some great plays down the stretch. You have to give them credit. Aldridge had a great game, scoring 4 points, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks for him. I can guarantee you right now, if Kenny Martin played in this game, LaMarcus Aldridge is not going for 24 and 14. But he had a good game, and that's what Portland wants to do. They want to, with Roy now being hurt, kind of run their offense through Aldridge. He got what he wanted, utilized his size great in the post, hit that little turnaround fadeaway, that he likes consistently in this game. It was 9-20 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Had a big alley-oop in OT that gave Portland a lead, I believe, or tied the game from Rudy Fernandez, and he was big all night. Great job on the glass by him. I was shocked the guy didn't make the All-Star team. I just want to say that LaMarcus Aldridge got snubbed, and he showed why he was an All-Star in this game. Andre Miller also had a really good game. for Portland. He flirted with a triple-double in this game, had 18 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds for Andre Miller, but was only 7 of 17 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. A lot of his baskets and a lot of his points came really close to the rim. Once again, interior defense wasn't great in this game. And you can't allow a guy like Andre Miller, a point guard, who is a good rebounding point guard, but you can't allow a guy like that to almost go for a triple-double and get 9 rebounds. I thought we did a terrible job of keeping him off the glass. I think he had 2 offensive rebounds in this game, or 3 offensive rebounds in this game that were just, sloppy rebounding on our part. Just got to box him out. He took advantage of Ty Lawson a couple times in this game, his size advantage over him. But I know Andre Miller, great, played for the Nuggets here a couple years ago. Is a great guy, was a great player here for a while, was a solid player, I should say, here for a while, but you can't allow him to flirt around with the triple-double and expect to win. But we should have won this game regardless. Like I said, the fourth quarter defense hurt us. I've said that like 100 times throughout this video, but he had a solid game, and I thought he did a great job in this game. He had a great game. And it hurt us in the end. Rudy Fernandez was also solid, 18 points for him, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, was 5 of 12 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. I don't really want to talk about Rudy Fernandez. I've said it before. I'm not a big fan of his at all. I think he's a weak player, to be honest with you. He flops a lot, and I think he's overrated. He had a lot of big three-point shots in this game, but really played little to no defense on any of our guys. And Brandon Roy, I got to say this, I'm not, I hate the Portland Trail Blazers, obviously, because I'm a Nuggets fan, they're a division rival, but I like Brandon Roy a lot. I also like LaMarcus Aldridge, but I really like Brandon Roy a lot. And as a basketball fan, it was great to see the guy back on the court. I know he's dealt with and he struggled with knee injuries and surgeries, throughout his short 3-4 year career now. It sucks to see a guy like Brandon Roy that's so talented and so young get held back by knee injuries and knee surgeries, and not just a little knee injury. I mean, he's had serious knee problems, and it was good to see him somewhat healthy back on the court playing basketball, even though he plays for a team I hate. But he had a great game off the bench, 18 points, 5 rebounds. Really is the reason why Portland, in my opinion, won the game. Was 7 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. I thought for the most part a flawless defense, and even when Wilson Chandler had to switch or rotated onto Brandon Roy, I thought our defense on him was solid. We double-teamed him, I believe, in that fourth quarter, which he wasn't too effective down the stretch, but he hit the biggest shot of the game, obviously, was with that three, that kind of pump fake where he got Felton in the air and came underneath him, hit a really tough three-point shot. I thought Felton, played it well, played good defense on him on that last shot, but that's Roy. I mean, he had some clutch shots, but I will say he does get very lucky. He had a shot about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, I think, against the Houston Rockets. Literally, it was just an inbound pass from about half court, and he just kind of stepped back, faded away, threw the ball up, and swished it. I mean, guy is a great shooter, but he gets very lucky sometimes. I thought, he just hit a great shot here, got kind of lucky, but made a great adjustment and hit a tough shot to tie the game and force the game to OT. Gave Portland too much opportunities, like I mentioned, and when you give a good team like Portland a lot of opportunities to get back into the game and eventually win it, it's eventually going to bite you, and eventually they're going to beat you. So game I thought we gave away here, and that bothers me a lot, but still show a lot of heart and play with a ton of effort and energy, and competed as a young team with a team that's supposed to be twice as good as us now on their home court, and maybe one of the toughest places to play in the NBA. So tough loss for the Nuggets. Felt a 34-26 with this loss, but you got to be proud with the effort and energy that the new guys showed and our overall team showed in this game.